Hi humans. Which one of these shocked you the most? And what other natural food do you now suspect is secretly fake too? Number 1. Bananas. You think bananas are natural? They're about as natural as a plastic flamingo doing yoga. Wild bananas are a nightmare fruit. Rock hard, stuffed with seeds the size of marbles, and taste like bitter regret. If you bit into one, you'd spit it out and sue the jungle. Thousands of years ago, early humans found two wild banana species, Musa acuminata and Musa balbisiana. One had better taste, the other had less seed chaos. So what did humans do? They crossbred the two like mad scientists with mud huts, over and over, until a mutation popped out, a soft, sweet, mostly seedless fruit that didn't fight back when you chewed it. That was the first edible banana. And just like Uncle Tim, it couldn't reproduce on its own. So humans stepped in again, cutting, grafting, and cloning the perfect mutant to spread it by hand. Today's bananas? They're not grown, they're replicated. Soft, sweet, seedless, genetic Frankenstein fruits created by human persistence and agricultural wizardry. And get this, they're clones. Every banana you've eaten is basically the same exact fruit copy-pasted 1 billion times across the globe. Also, they're doomed. One disease, one pest, and it's banana apocalypse. Because when you copy the same DNA over and over, one virus can walk in like, nice plantation. Mind if I kill everything? So yeah, that natural smoothie, engineered, fragile, and genetically copy-pasted like a TikTok trend. Number 2, carrots. You think carrots are orange because that's how nature made them? Wrong. They're orange because humans got patriotic in the 1600s. Original carrots? They were a root roulette, purple, white, yellow, sometimes black. Gnarled, bitter, and about as appetizing as tree bark dipped in soil. They didn't taste good. They didn't look good. They were survival food, not salad material. Carrots go way back, as far as 5,000 years ago in Persia and Afghanistan. Back then, people grew them more for the leaves and seeds than the root. The root was an afterthought, a crunchy emergency. But then, humans got crafty. Selective breeding kicked in like a root glow-up montage. They took the tastier, less bitter ones, crossbred them again and again, bit by bit, century by century. They removed the foul flavor, thick cores, and weird shapes, like a vegetable beauty pageant with genetic bribes. Then in the 1600s, Dutch farmers took it a step further. They wanted to honor the House of Orange, their ruling family, so they bred specifically for orange carrots. Not for science, not for flavor, for politics. Boom, orange carrots. A root vegetable turned into royal PR. These modern carrots are loaded with beta-carotene thanks to that orange pigment we engineered in, and engineered sweetness. We've edited their resume. Bitter, deleted. Ugly shape, fixed. Political backstory, buried under ranch dip. So yeah, you're not eating a gift from nature, you're crunching into edible nationalism. Number 3, watermelons. Ever seen a painting of an old-school watermelon? Spoiler, it looks like someone opened a cucumber and filled it with sadness. Pale flesh, swirly patterns, barely edible. Original watermelons were more rind than reward. Thick-skinned, tough, and only slightly juicy if you begged politely. They started in Africa over 5,000 years ago. Wild varieties were small, hard, and bitter, the kind of fruit that dared you to enjoy it. But early farmers saw potential. They noticed occasional mutants with more flesh, better taste, fewer seeds. So they saved those, replanted, crossbred, again and again, until the watermelon went from hydration emergency to summertime sugar tank. The bright red flesh? Bred in. The sweetness? Dialed up over centuries, like someone was tuning a fruit radio to the dessert station. The sheer size? Supercharged through generations of careful selection, from fist-sized gourds to melons that could double as cannonballs. And the seedless ones? Yes. We didn't stop at taste and size. We went full sci-fi. Modern seedless watermelons are made by crossbreeding two incompatible watermelon varieties to create a sterile hybrid. That hybrid can't reproduce on its own, so we clone it like fruity Frankenstein. A fruit that can't make more fruit unless we help. Peak human control. Peak snack dystopia. That juicy red triangle in your hand? It's not nature's bounty. It's genetic fan fiction, a dessert grenade engineered through millennia of human persistence and a total disrespect for melon modesty. Number 4. Corn. Corn looks natural, right? Golden, uniform, made for butter, barbecues, and grocery store glory. Yeah, nature didn't make that. We did. It started with teosinte, a wild Mexican grass that looked like it lost a fight with evolution. Imagine a pine cone mixed with gravel. It had about 5 rock-hard kernels per ear, each one encased in a shell so tough you'd need a chisel and a prayer to eat it. It wasn't food. It was a botanical middle finger. But ancient Mesoamerican farmers saw a glitch in the matrix. Sometimes a teosinte plant would grow with slightly more kernels, or softer ones. So they saved those seeds, planted them again, selected, crossbred, repeated, for over 7,000 years. This wasn't gardening. It was generational hacking. One mutation at a time, they turned nature's pebble weapon into golden rows of sugar-packed starch. Fast forward to today, modern corn is a hyper-engineered mutant. Can't reproduce without humans, can't survive without pesticides, needs precise planting, irrigation, and constant tender loving care, like it's a needy vegetable diva. Also, it's everywhere. You eat corn even when you think you aren't. It's in cereals, chips, soda, bread, ketchup, meat, because livestock are fed corn too. And almost all of it is genetically modified for max sweetness, pest resistance, and crop yield. The corn you're eating, it's not wild. It's a human invention so deeply edited, nature wouldn't recognize it. You're not eating a vegetable. You're chewing on an ancient science experiment with a billion-dollar PR team, packaged, patented, and processed to perfection. Number 5. Strawberries. Strawberries look like the poster child for natural fruit. Bright red, heart-shaped, seeds on the outside like a botanical fashion statement. They practically scream fresh from the garden, but plot twist, they're man-made. Wild strawberries? Tiny, sour, more seed than flavor. Pop one in your mouth and it tastes like a prank pulled by a forest. You'd need 20 just to make a teaspoon of jam, and even then, you'd grimace through every bite. For centuries, humans tried to make strawberries less disappointing. They found small wild varieties in Europe and bigger but blander ones in North America. Then in the 1700s, a French spy, yes, really, brought back a strawberry species from Chile that was big, juicy, but wouldn't fruit alone. So naturally, some bored botanists decided to do a little cross-continent matchmaking. They crossed the Chilean strawberry, Fragaria hyloensis, with the North American strawberry, Fragaria virginiana, and boom, modern garden strawberries were born. Big, red, juicy, still technically not a berry, botanically speaking, they're aggregate accessory fruits, because even the science feels awkward about it. And we didn't stop there. Modern strawberries, they've been relentlessly bred for beauty and shipping endurance. Bigger size, firmer texture, longer shelf life. Farmers wanted them to look amazing in grocery stores. Flavor? That was optional. So now you get these gigantic supermarket strawberries that taste like cold regrets and strawberry-scented cardboard. Also, the seeds on the outside? Each one is technically its own tiny fruit. You're basically biting into a fruit wearing hundreds of smaller fruits like jewelry. So yeah, that luscious red snack? It's not nature's candy. It's horticultural fan fiction. A glamorous Frankenstein dressed up for the fruit aisle, engineered to seduce your eyes and disappoint your tongue. Thanks for watching, humans. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Also, thank you for the 7,000 people who subscribed. I appreciate you, and I'll be seeing you next time.